Okay, a couple weeks ago, if you remember, I installed the racks on the side of my Triumph. They've been holding up fine. I've been sort of giving it maybe 100 miles ride just to make sure that the bolts don't loosen in 100 miles. I know that's not a lot, but it seemed like a reasonable thing to do. Part of that project was then re-envisioning my saddlebags and not initially putting back on the Viking bags, which have an over-the-seat mounting system, because the over-the-seat mounting system was discoloring the white trim on my seat. And while that's not a huge issue, it is a little issue. So I bought some new saddlebags. I showed them in the video when I recorded installing the side racks, but I haven't really unboxed them or taken a look at them since. They're still in the condition that they were when they arrived. So the bag is made by a company called Rhinowalk. The reason why I got the bags is because on the back side there are these hooks that should hook on the rack on the side of the bike, and then there is a release for those hooks, so when you pull the release, the hooks will release. Other than that, I like the styling of the bags, so let me go over the bags quickly. Aside from the mounting system on the back, I like the bag has a front pouch, which I like. I haven't opened. I haven't opened yet, but there's the front pouch. It's got a couple pockets in there and a zippered flap on the front. So it's got a front pouch. It's got some reflectors on the side, which the Viking bag does not have. At least the Viking bag that I purchased does not have. And it uses these kinds of clips for a lot of the clipping. And I thought that would be more secure than the S-hooks on the Viking bag. I did notice that there is at least one of these sort of S-hook kind of things. Actually two, there's one on each side. I'm not sure exactly what that is supposed to do. They also have a handle for the bag, which is nice for when you've taken the bag off the bike. I see that it's clip removable on one side, but it's not removable on the other, which is a little unfortunate. It would be nice if you could take the handle off for when you're riding, especially because there's a second handle here. And so, yeah, I guess this one might be more of a shoulder strap. But again, it would be nice if you could completely detach it when you're riding. And then they've got these spacers in case the pole you're mounting it to is thinner than this space in here, which very well could be the case for the pole on my bike. So that's not a bad connection. It's a little loose. It might vibrate. I don't want that vibration. Okay, I've got the slightly thicker spacers in there. Well, unfortunately, those are too thick. It won't clip down. So I do have to use the thinner ones. Maybe ultimately I could shave some plastic off of these spacers and use these, but not today. So the thicker spacers are not going to work today. But I do think if I just took my Dremel in there and just filed them down a little bit on the inside, I could make them work in the future. I do think the thicker spacers are the appropriate ones. I mean, it's not a lot of space. I think I'd have to shave to make that work, but when they're on there, they're nice and snug. So, a future project will be using my Dremel to grind these down a little bit. But for today, because I'm riding in this scavenger hunt and I don't know if I'm going to need to pick anything up during the scavenger hunt, I'll put the saddlebags on with the thin spacers, which will maybe have a little bit of a rattle. I don't know why, if you're giving a shoulder strap with one clip, you wouldn't give us a clip on the other side so that you could completely take that shoulder strap off, because that shoulder strap is long enough that it could absolutely fall back here and start messing with the wheel. So I don't like that design at all. Unless I'm missing something inside of the shoulder strap that would allow me to take it completely off. It does look like I can unstring it. So let's unclip. And if I can get the well, I really don't, like I said, I really don't understand that design. I mean, you've already got a handle. The shoulder strap seems extra, and not being able to remove the shoulder strap just seems like a huge design flaw. So I think, actually, I'm just going to cut the shoulder strap off. I do have an electric cutter here, so I'm going to try to cut this as close as I can. That gives you a nice clean cut that is sealed, melted. So if you're going to cut your shoulder strap off of these saddlebags, maybe do it with an electric cutter or a hot knife. Okay, now that I've got the shoulder strap off, I'm going to leave this bigger hook here for the time being. I don't think it'll interfere with anything. Maybe later on I can figure out something to do with the other big hook from the shoulder strap that will make that useful. So the next thing is, let's try to figure out how we attach this to the rest of the bike in a secure way. So I've shortened up these down here so that they won't hit the chain. I think that will hold for the day. Because I'm not running a square rack, I don't know if this one at least will be useful. I think that one will be useful in the long term, but I don't need it today. So I'm not going to attach it today. So I'm going to bring this around the loop and through here and clip it there. That will give it a little bit more stability. And then I'm going to bring this clip up through here and bring that around. And clip that over here. And that will give that a little bit more stability. I don't have any strings or anything that are hanging down in a dangerous way. So I think I'm safe to give this a shot today. I will absolutely keep my eye on it. I think during the scavenger hunt there'll be a lot of stopping and starting, so I'll be able to check on it periodically. There was one other feature when I looked at this bag online that I really liked, and that is that on the inside there's this zippered waterproof insert.